to try to get this thing fired off. I just got a quick little message for our athletes and anybody else who might be interested. You know, the whole point behind kind of what we're doing here is with athletics is it's not all about wins and losses. It's not all about, you know, who can wear the best gear. And there's a message, and coaches are notorious for finding some kind of message with every situation. And unfortunately for you and all these other kids in here, I'm kind of that guy. I'm constantly trying to find some type of a correlation between what we're doing in sports and our lives going forward. And I think that every coach on our staff, boys and girls coaches, from the top to the bottom, are all not just coaching sports, but coaching life, and trying to put some people out into the community who are winning at the game of life and making correlations every opportunity we get. And you know, this was the best year that we've had from start to end since I've been here. Okay, you know, if you look at every single sport that we have, every single sport has improved, and in some way. Now there are different measurables. Some people put the measurables on how many state championships you win, or how many district championships you win. As coaches, we put a measurable on how much growth are we making on a consistent basis. Every single sport that we have in the program this year grew, and the yearly improvement was great, and our hard work has paid off. I'd like to just sit here and just nail down all of the percentages and all the win columns and all these things that contributed to this particular concept. But I want each one of our coaches, when they come up, and I want them to have the opportunity to shine on their own program and to give everybody those examples. Okay? I'm not going to sit up here and crow about everybody. I want our coaches to have that opportunity for their team. Here's the message, okay? And this is what I have for our athletes. There's one thing that with athletics that puts us ahead in the game of life. Okay? Well, actually, there's not one. There's multiple. I focused on 5 different things. Okay? And I'm probably going to be looking to some kids for some feedback, which means if I ask you and I call your name, I want you to give me an example. Okay? I might even call Caden Hawkins into the fight right here. It has been. Okay? But 5 concepts, and I'm going to be out of this in less than 5 minutes. The number one concept that we get out of athletics that's going to put us ahead in the game of life when we leave this high school is work ethic. Okay? How you use your personal time now. Okay, kids? This is something that's going to translate for you through the rest of your life, because you're going to get into that first job once you get out of high school and you go on down the road, and you're going to show up 30 minutes early, and you're going to look around and be the only person there sometime. You're also going to look around and say, I'm working my tail off, and this person over here is not doing anything, because this is the pattern that you have developed through high school. Okay? You're going to have the early mornings. You're going to be prepared for that. Okay? And honestly, I hate it that we have to do things early in the morning sometimes, and I hate it that we have to come home late at night sometimes, but guess what? That's life. That's what you've got to look forward to going forward. Okay? So, just off the top of my head right here, what time do we start weight workout on Monday morning, Raiden? What time do you have to get there? 6:35 at the latest. Okay, so honestly, perfect example. Girls, you can reiterate the same thing, because I know that y'all are doing it too. Right? Okay, moving forward. Concept number 2, commitment to a team in a team environment. All right? So I got a lot of friends in the private sector who are not teachers and coaches. And they go to work every day just like we do. They go to a job. All of you grown-ups in here, you go to a job. You work with other people. You are in a team environment. Okay? In coaching, it is in teaching and all of this stuff, it is a highly organized team environment that gets passed down to students on a daily basis, players on a daily basis, preparing them for the opportunity to go out of the school into the workforce and know how to function in a team environment. So let me ask another question right here. Let me pick somebody out of the crowd. My man Josh Segura. Are you best friends with every single person in that locker room? Be honest. Yeah. What about that one? I think the real answer to that question is no, because that's not a reality in life. But in fact, when you're part of a team, you have to learn to tolerate some people and work with some people that you don't want to work with. And you have to tolerate them because you're part of the team in a team environment. Guys, you're going forward. You're going to be dealing with that for the rest of your life. It's nothing new. Third concept, dedication to a greater cause or service. Where's Ashley Hawkins? Oh, she's talking. Never mind.
Sorry.
Just curious, when we leave high school, when these kids leave high school, are they going to have to serve? Are they going to have to be dedicated to a cause or a debt of service somewhere?
Yes, if they want to be respected, yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so guys and gals, it's inevitable. What we're teaching you guys on a daily basis, complete dedication to a cause, greater service. It's not going away. You're going to be dealing with it for the rest of your life. And if you're going to get through and be successful and be a dog in this world, which all of you are, because you have gone through this process way prior to getting to where you're going, you're going to have to dedicate yourself to a greater cause of service. Concept number 4, learning how to follow rules. Where's Zach Sanchez? Do you work among people who don't follow rules? Fortunately for us, the people that are coming out of this school right here and out of this room right here are going to go contribute to society because they know how to follow rules. Sometimes we don't want to. I know that. And sometimes it hurts to follow rules. Sometimes it really pisses you off, pardon my language, but we got to do it. And I'll be the first to tell you that the state track meet this year, every corner I went to, was somebody trying to tell me to follow a rule, and I stayed frustrated the whole time. I might have even acted like a jerk a couple of times, but we still followed the rules, even though they were dumb. Concept number 5, okay? And this is the one that gets us through for the rest of our lives, and I'll be done with it after this right here. Okay? Physical toughness, mental resilience, next play, next day. I think that, me personally, it's something I've abused that phrase over and over and over, but I can tell you from experience, thinking back into football season for the last couple of years, there's been multiple times when we have had opportunities. We were down 14, we could have laid down, but we kept the next play mentality, okay? And the next play mentality goes on for the rest of your life. It's not something that just stops when you quit playing athletics. Because we're all going to have bad days, okay? Sometimes we're going to have horrible days, and I'm talking about days that bring you to your knees and bring you to absolute tears and kill you, okay? But the beautiful thing about it is there's no more important day than the next day. So my question is for my son. What is the most important meet? The next track meet. I couldn't be more proud of you because the next track meet is the most important track meet. And you know it. And this goes for all of us. Something bad happens, we don't fold. We don't quit. We step up, we stick our chest out, and we go on to the next day. And that's what winners do, and that's what we're breeding in this room right here. I want you guys to know I'm proud of each and every athlete, coach, parent, every member of Post ISD and Post City of Post. And I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that we get everybody honored correctly tonight and that we leave out of here feeling good about being an athlete and taking something great from it. Okay? So coaches, we're going to start with volleyball. If you would, if volleyball, Coach Greg, after you get finished with your thing, if you would intro the next. Okay? That way I don't have to hike up and down these stairs the whole time, and neither does Ashley. And we just roll right into the next one. Okay? Thank you guys. Volleyball's up.
administration, other coaches, teachers, just for the support that we received through the volleyball season. These girls, it doesn't go unnoticed from the girls or for many of us. We just really appreciate that. Before the season ever started, I was talking to Coach Garrison and Coach Murphy, and I said the one thing that we don't have a choice on this year is that we have to hammer fundamentals. And so I don't know how many thousands of passes they made off the volleyball machine. But it showed because that was our biggest growth area from start to finish. So I was really proud that they bought into that and worked to make those perfect passes. I know Hannah was happy for that too, chasing the balls. And I want to thank Coach Murphy and Coach Garrison. They've been awesome. The three of us have just, it was just perfect. And we were all going in the same direction. And it's just nice when you have a coaching staff like that. Y'all want to come up here, girls? Varsity volleyball, come on. Okay, so this year we had Aiden as our manager, and she was broken real fast, joining us and going on all the adventures, and she kept up with stats and Coach Garrison, and they worked hard on those. I appreciate that. So that in a minute we'll get to hear about some of those. For just a minute, I want to take just a second and talk about our other two programs, the junior high and the JV. As far as the junior high goes, I feel like that is where everything's got to start, right? The fundamentals and all that's got to help you build and drive you into the future. I feel like the junior high did very well this year. The A team from the same girls from last year, they did not win last year one game. We've got 5 this year. The B and the C team both ended up on winning records. So that shows the direction that we're trying to go, and it's good to see that. At this time, I want our JV team to sing. Come on. So I truly feel that the most growth in our program this year happened on the JV team. They went through a lot of adversity with kids getting moved around and injuries, and then kids getting moved up to varsity and stuff like that, and they really had to adapt. And a lot of them stepped into roles that they hadn't played at all since they started playing volleyball. But they took it, and they did it, and they did a great job. They showed a lot of resilience. And so I'm very proud of them and how they work together to come together and be cohesive and make it all work. If you watched us play this season, you saw the improvement. Sometimes when you try to play fundamentally sound volleyball, you get up scrappy points. But these girls bought in and trusted the process, and they improved tremendously because of it. Varsity was a consolation champions in the Banquet tournament, and then they were runner-up in the Littlefield tournament, losing in the championship to Plains, which was a good team. They won our district. And now I'd like to recognize some accomplishments from these girls. Start with Carmen Mullins. Carmen ended up with all-district honorable mention. She had a total of 113 digs. She was a 92% serving rate, and she was the highest blocker on the team with 19. Next, we have Sophie Scott. She also earned all-district honorable mention. She was right behind Carmen. She had 17 blocks, 52 digs, 91% serving, and she had the highest serve rating on the team. And then we have Joe, and Riley came up mid-tournament season to play with us, and she quickly became a threat for us on the court. She got all-district honorable mention honors as well, and she had the highest serve-receive rating, and she didn't play all the games, so I thought that said a lot. And then Nin Serenity was selected to the all-district team. She led us with 302 digs, 174 kills, 52 aces, the highest hitting percentage on the team, and she was also selected to the all-tournament team in the Marble Man Classic. And you definitely cannot talk about good hitting percentages without mentioning the one doing the assisting. So Hannah finished the year with 332 assists. We also had 2 academic all-district selections. Working hard in the classroom and on the court, that's hard to do, especially when you miss a lot of school for tournaments and games and stuff. But these 2 ladies did it, and they did it well, and that was Sophie Scott and Harley Jo McClellan. I'm proud of all of you guys. I know that the season wasn't easy, but no matter what, you continue to work and compete and grow. You did a great job at staying cohesive and playing hard and playing your role. Thank you again to everybody else who supported us this year. We're looking forward to next year. Football's up.
Okay, everybody grab your raffle tickets. We're going to do a few drawings in between some of the coaches, and so I'm going to let Coach Wright draw real quick, and he'll read off the number.
Okay, I'm going to read off the whole number because I don't know what to do. Coupon number 8221856. Bring it up. The young man with the excessive belt buckle, come on up. Looking handsome, by the way. Hey, I'm going to get on football. This is hands down the most certificates I've ever printed off. I actually had to change the cartridge on my printer this time around. But before I get to those, I want to get our JV football guys. If you played on the JV football team, please stand up. Not just Murphy. I want everybody to see the faces, guys. We don't want to look at the back end of you. There we go. Okay, you can sit down. Sebastian, you weren't on JV. All right, that team finished 7-2 this year. Had an outstanding, they overachieved. Expectations weren't real high for that bunch, but those guys just played their tails off, and they had high expectations for themselves. And not only did they play well, but they also gave us a really good look in practice on the varsity side of things every day. And just a fun bunch. Coach Davion and the JV guys that coach those guys did an outstanding job with those. Okay, good job, JV. There's going to be a lot of contributors off of that team that moved to the varsity this coming season, and it's going to be enjoyable to watch. All right, so what I'd like to do is get all varsity football players to come line up in front of the stage like we always do, and then I'm just going to go down through the awards and try to say a little bit about each kid, and then be done, and then I'll Need a couple of coaches to come help me pass out some stuff. Okay, just tell you a little bit about our season, and then we'll move on. And I can say cool stuff about every one of these guys. I can't tell you how proud I am of these guys and how great our season was, despite a lot of trials and tribulations. That's been the theme for the year. I mean, injury, just situations has been the theme for the year, and being able to persevere through key injuries and stuff like that and still go 8-3. Played right neck and neck with one of the top 5 teams in the state in the first round of the playoffs after a district co-championship. It was a tough year. Even though we still went 8-3 and are celebrating a great football season. I want to send a message to our seniors. I want to tell you guys how much I appreciate the effort that you put in, the things that you've endured, and being part of our team in general. I want you to know how much I appreciate it. And I'll just start with Jacob Price, played defensive end and offensive tackle. Sean Ramos was a DB and a receiver. Mason Wright played center, defensive line. Max played safety and receiver. Raiden Osborne, one of the most improved football players that I've ever been part of in my coaching career. Started at corner, was also a backup receiver. Colton Hawkins played inside linebacker, and whatever else we asked him to.
Do what?
He played running back like one time in his freshman year. My man John Pequeno, who's half the man he used to be, has played offensive line and defensive line, ended up starting both ways for us at the end of the season. When injuries started occurring, Cody Osborne played defensive end and offensive line, did an awesome job for us. That bunch of seniors right there, who am I leaving out? Am I leaving out any seniors here? Okay. Where's he at? Okay, EJ Saucedo played receiver and DB for us, did a great job. You guys put in more time than anybody else, strictly based on age, but at the same time, you guys are my senior class from my first year here. And I want you to know that it means the world to me. And next year, when we have 20 seniors up here, I'll call all of your names and talk about how great you were. But right now, we've got about 25 certificates to give out, so I'm going to move on to that. When you have situations like we're in right now, it's a good problem to have because we've got so many talented kids and so many dedicated players, okay? So what I'm going to do is just go down the list, okay? And I'm going to start with the one-hitters here that get something for district, and then the guys that have more than one. First one is Isaiah Moreno, all-district utility player. Our next one is Olegario Gomez, newcomer of the year. Those are the 2 sophomores that we had on the team this year. Okay. Next we have first team all-district receiver, Sean Ramos. First team all-district guard, Sebastian Martinez. First team all-district inside linebacker, honorable mention freshman running back, Colton Hawkins. Second team all-district quarterback, Josh Seguda. Second team defensive lineman, Vicente, the big dog Hernandez. Who needs the shade? Second team cornerback, Raiden Osborne. Second team offensive tackle, Jacob Price. Second team offensive guard, Domingo Soto. Second team outside linebacker, Adon Gonzalez. Now we get to some superlatives. This particular one this is a pretty big deal right here. District MVP, District 42A, Draven Gonzalez. Second team defensive corner, Aiden Rodriguez. Second team defensive end, Keegan Smith. Okay, each one of these guys going forward has got more than one recognition, and some of them have 3. I'm going to start off with Alec Garcia. First team all-district safety, second team receiver, Alec Garcia. Daniel Young, first team fullback, second team inside linebacker. Max Cole, second team safety, all South Plains super team safety. Luca Perez, second team running back. First team outside linebacker. All South Plains super team outside linebacker. Daniel Carroll, first team offensive tight end. First team D line. All South Plains super team defensive line. And our last one, Mason Wright. Offensive line district MVP. All super team center. Sports Riders all state center. And this is your 2025-2026 Bogo Antelope football team. Bogo 1, 2, 1, 2. Louder. Bogo 1, 2, 1, 2. Oops. Please welcome to the stage our varsity cheerleading sponsor, Sonia De Leon.
Okay, I don't talk much, so it'll be quick and painless. I do want to say thank you to the parents for a great season. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and they did a lot to help us get ready for the pep rallies and anything else that we needed. They were there to help. So thank you to the parents, and thank you to the administration for backing us up on everything and always being there. So, let's see. So, girls, go ahead and come up here. So we had a pretty good season. It was actually a great season. They put in a lot of hard work, a lot of hours, a lot of late evenings, practicing, decorating, getting ready for our pep rallies and all that good stuff. So girls, thank y'all for putting in all the hard work that y'all did this season. And I just wanted to let y'all know that pushing y'all and holding y'all accountable and all that was to benefit y'all. Like Coach Wright was saying, you go out there into the real world and it's real life. And there's just a lot, there was a lot of sacrifices that went on for all of us, with y'all. I know most of y'all are in a lot of different sports, and the coaches also are working together. I made sure to communicate with them. They communicated with me, and it's all teamwork. Anyways, let's go ahead and hand out the awards. So, Isabella Salcedo. Elizabeth Hernandez. Amherst Abraham. Landon Reister. Sophie Scott. Serenity Sanchez. Malaya Salcedo. Zaylee Perez. Adelina Resendez. Jaden Parker. Rain Howard. Noelia Salcedo. Adriana Rangel. And our mascot this season was Chloe Smith. And I just want to say they all did a great job this season. Oh, did you know? Okay, I have one for you, I do. I do have one. Anyway, we did have a great season. And I just want to say thank you to them again, the parents, and the teachers and coaches. Thank you. Next up is the athletic trainers.
I took over as the athletic trainer from Adam back in February, so I unfortunately did not have a chance to meet a whole lot of the athletic training students this year. I did get to talk to Adam a little bit the other day, and he did say that he loved working with the group of students that he had this year, and that you guys really made life very easy for him in a lot of ways. If I could have all the athletic training students come on up here. Again, I apologize if this is not the most personal thing that could have happened. I have tried so hard to get to know as many of y'all as I could. One of the great things about being an athletic training student and in a program like this, you get to kind of, you know, like almost like a career course or a really college career course. You get to kind of experience. I was doing what the topic was doing. There we go. There we go. You really get to kind of have a taste of what a career like this can be like before you get started. You know, athletic training as a student can lead you into a large variety of careers: athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing, etc. So these students get they really do get a taste of what being an athletic trainer is like, which is no simple feat. We definitely do not just hand out waters, as a lot of people like to think, which is okay. That is a big part of our job. But they are there to make sure that everybody is safe, to make sure that everybody is as well taken care of as possible, and to make sure that everybody gets to enjoy the sport that they love, also while enjoying the sports that they participate in. So they put in a lot of work for this program, and though I haven't gotten to work with very many of them directly as students, I cannot thank y'all enough for putting in the work for this program. So I know I don't have a card or anything to give you guys, but I am going to introduce them by name, so if you are here, just go ahead and wave so that they know who has been putting in the work for all of you guys. And oh, not me. Our students this year were Hannah Abraham, Gabby Barbosa, Kendall Bullard, Camila Bustos, David Bustos, Joselina Esparza, Jasmine Gonzalez, I know some of them aren't here tonight, but Kyriana Griffin, Bella Hyatt, Ashley Machuda, Carly Jo McClellan, Liliana Mendoza, Maya Moreno, Ivy Ortiz, Addison Parker, Yesenia Saucedo, and Ryan Sudover. And I really look forward to getting to know a lot more of you athletes and students in the fall. I'm very excited to be with you guys in the fall and to see kind of where the athletic programs here go. I look forward to helping each of you athletic training students that will be here next year learn and hopefully dive into this field because it is a really fun one to be a part of. So thank you guys for everything that you've done in this school year, whether it was with me or without it. We really appreciate you very, very much. So that is all I have for the athletic training students, and next is cross country recruiters.
Okay, so while we're waiting on Coach Davis, we're going to have Haley draw a ticket for the front.
Alrighty, this ticket is 8221877. Eight two two one 877.
Going on. Okay.
All right. Okay. 8221883.
883.
Anybody have 883? Harley.
All right, can the varsity cross country runners just go ahead and come up, please? I know we had more than one board. All right. Can our JV runners stand up real quick? Jocelyn, where you at? Sawyer, Jocelyn, Dave, Dobby, we really appreciate you all running. This is the first time since I've been here we've really been able to have a handful of JV kids, so that kind of shows how we're growing. So for our girls, we finished 5th as a team this year at district, a little lower than we kind of hoped and expected, but we were only 5 points from being in that 3rd place and advancing to regionals as a team. We have 3 girls graduating, but our middle school team grew substantially this year, and we have a few that are moving up to high school that will immediately be able to help our team continue growing on our success. And then for the boys team, they finished 4th, also missing out on regionals by 5 points, but we're only graduating 1 boy from that team. And we have a very strong 8th grade boys team coming, or group of 8th grade boys coming up that can immediately also begin to help with this program. Our awards for the girls, Kendall Bullard, Academic We have Sophia De Leon, regional qualifier, 2 years in a row. For the boys, Carter Petty, academic all district. We have Jacoby Pena, he's not here today. Jacoby Pena, regional qualifier. He also ended up 22nd in the region, which is huge. And some years that would have got him to state. Just didn't really work out this year. I'm very proud of this team. I'm very proud of the direction that this program is growing and the fact that more and more kids are willing to come out and do this sport, because this sport is very, very hard. I would argue it might be the hardest mentally that we have at our school. So it speaks volumes about these kids and about the fact that they continue to do it every single day. If you would just give them one last round of applause. We've got with powerlifting.
John Andre.
I'm getting this ready. All powerlifters, if you can come up on stage. To the regional or state, you can be on the left side, and we can work our way down. So if you're a regional or state guy, you're on the left, work your way down. While they're coming up and getting organized, I'll go ahead and talk about them. This year, we had outstanding success. Okay, we, as a team, boys-wise, finished second as a team at regionals. We hosted that here. Okay, we set 12 school records. We took a girl to regionals. That's the first time we've done that in the 4 years we've been here. And we were able to take 4 to state. And before I get a black eye, I better thank my wife. I didn't do that last year. I thank everybody else that's in my life. So thank you, honey, for putting up with me. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Every one of these guys and gals worked their tails off all year. It was basically, I say it every year, we have to run these guys out of the weight room. And most of them do other sports, so we're running people out. As we're running people out, more kids are coming in towards the evening to get a workout in. We love that. It's an awesome deal. So awesome, thank you guys. And I will start passing these out. I've got to read them up. No, you're good. Or I'll forget. First, our regional girl qualifier, Miss Elizabeth Fox. She's a lift away from placing third as a lifter. Next we have Brayden Osborne. Brayden Osborne holds the school record for squat, bench, deadlift, and total for the 114 weight class. He qualified for regionals. He also qualified for state. Jacoby Pena would have been the next one. He qualified for regionals for us. Again, a couple of lifts away from getting us some points and a medal. Next, we have Calvin Jarrett. Calvin Jarrett worked his tail off, qualified for regionals, improved all year long. It was an awesome job. Next, we have Daniel Young. Daniel Young holds a record for squat. He held that last year. He broke that record this year by 105 pounds, setting the regional squat record. He holds the bench press record and the total pound record in the 165. It is also his birthday. Tom, happy birthday. All right, next we have Mauricio Martinez. Okay, again, he moved into a different weight class this year. Worked his tail off. He was actually qualified for 2, found the best route to go, moved down to the 198s, worked his hell off, did a great job for us. Mauricio Martinez. Here. Okay. Next, we have Domingo Soto. He qualified last year in regionals in the 220s. He's in a new weight class, qualified again this year. Placed third at the meet. Did one heck of a job. Kept telling us, hey, I can go up, I can go up. We allowed him to do that on a couple of lifts. Ends up coming home with a medal. Next, you won't believe me when I read off the records. This young man, he held the squat record in the 308 last year. He tied it. Okay, he held the bench press record in the 308 weight class last year. This year, moved to the 275s. He holds the squat record. He holds the bench press record. And these are all school records, not regional records, but these are school records we have. And he also received the THSPA Scholarship Award. Give it up for Jonah Pequeno. Alright, next we have Eric Garcia. If y'all have seen him at the regional meet, this guy was tearing it up. It was fun watching him lift. He had me running around, jumping up and down. It was a great time. Eric Garcia qualified for regionals. Next one we got Sebastian Martinez. Okay, Coach Perez and I kind of chased him down at the end of the year, and we're like, hey man, we're trying to steal some points. Would you be willing to do this sport? He said yes, and within, what, 2 meets? Yeah, 2 meets, he qualified for regionals. Ends up getting a medal at the regional meet, moving us up to second. Thank you, Sebastian Martinez. Next we have Vicente Hernandez. This dude showed up the day before the meet with a cast on his hand. And we kept looking at him, are you going to be able to lift? Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, of course in the back of my head I was like, oh, okay, whatever. This dude ends up lifting that next day, gets him a medal, and again, helps us move up to second. Vicente Hernandez. All right. And now we got Olegario Gomez, the second. He holds the squat record in the super heavyweights. He holds the bench press record. He holds the total poundage record in the super heavyweights. And at state, he actually received a medal for 5th place. Give it up for Olegario Gomez. And like I said, it's been a blast. Thank you, moms and dads and grandparents, for letting us work with these young men and women. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Coach Perez, regional director, thank you for your help. Okay, he really helped us with suits and just kind of showed me the ropes on the next level stuff. But this is your 2026 powerlifting team, boys and girls. Next, we will have girls basketball. Oh boy. Let's see how. What's that number, Esther? Alright, here's the number, 822-1809. 822-1809. There we go. Next number, 822-1823. There we go.
All right, good evening. I'd like to start by thanking Coach Garrison and Coach Gray for the work that they put in this year. I'd also like to thank Coach Stephanie Scott and Coach Mosley for their help this year, filling in when necessary and helping us with the clock. First, I'd like to recognize our JV basketball players. If you're a JV girls basketball player, please stand up. I know there's probably not very many of you. We were one of the only 3 schools in our district that had a JV team. That meant we lost a lot of games. They didn't get to play a lot of games because it was hard to find them. And then when we did play, we played some pretty good teams. But like you heard Coach Gray say earlier, we're committed to development around here, and we're committed to having a JV team. No matter how many kids we have, we got to develop them for the future. If I can get the varsity girls to come up here to the front. So last year I stood up here and I told you a lot of stats to try to show you how we were closing the gap between us and our opponents. Fortunately this year our win-loss record caught up and we were able to score more points than some other teams. This year the growth continued, but it finally started to show up on the scoreboard. From the time we started playing summer basketball, I told these girls that I believed we could be a playoff basketball team. Our season started off with a 27-72 loss to Ira, and I think in that meeting room after that game, I was the only person in the room that still believed we could make the playoffs. If you know me, you know I'm the kind of guy who's all about systems and order and logic, and our basketball that we play is not that at all. We've talked about, since I've been here, taking care of the ball and limiting our turnovers, and we will continue to do that. But when we went to the Morton tournament, we played against Smyer, who put a similar beating on us last year to that Ira loss. And what we learned about ourselves is that we can create turnovers just as much as we can give them up, and sometimes more. We lost again to Smyer this year, but we scored 40 points in a loss against them. So as hard as it was for me to embrace our identity, it was a learning experience, and we started to really get behind our identity of being a chaos-driven defensive team. I really wanted to see, instead of assist to turnover ratio, I really wanted to look and see how many extra possessions we could create by creating chaos for our opponents. Within our offensive system, we wanted to shoot open shots and we wanted to attack the basket, but the other half of our identity came from under the basket with these 2 cousins, Annette and Riley Joe. We told girls like Sophie and Carmen and Yaya to shoot the ball when they were open. We told Anna, and we told Carmen, and we told Sophia and Amaris to drive when you're being heavily guarded. And these 2 right here will clean up the trash, and they did. This is the first time since I've been here we had a team identity. I think I did a better job, our coaches did a better job of helping our girls understand what their roles are and how they can add value to our team. And they did an excellent job of embracing those roles and trying to add value to our program. We obviously didn't make the playoffs. We were 16 points shy. We lost to Floyd by 3, and then we lost by 13. But that doesn't prevent us from chasing big goals. This senior class has demonstrated that in a way that I wish every kid in our program will copy. The amount of time that this group has spent in the weight room, in the gym, in the summertime, I really wish that our younger kids would look to that as an example of how things should be done. 4 years ago, we had a series of speakers come talk to our girls' athletic program. It was Coach Petty, Miss Petty, Coach Wright, and Bailey Maupin. One of the things that stood out to me is one of the things Coach Wright said. He said that senior-heavy teams have a unique advantage. This year showed that. We had great leadership from our seniors and great followership from our younger girls. And I wasn't the only one that noticed that either. We had coaches in our district that honored our girls with more honors than we've had in 4 years. First up is Serenity Sanchez, first team All-District and academic All-District. Next is Yaya Segura, honorable mention All-District. Next, Carmen Mullins, honorable mention All-District and academic All-District. Next is Adriana Rangel, all-district utility, and academic all-district. And then our younger girls, second team all-district, Riley Hernandez. Hannah Abraham was also academic all-district. And Sophie Scott, academic all-district. This group right here is going to hold a special place in my heart. Part of that is because of their personalities. But a part of it is the way that they began to believe in each other. If you were fortunate enough to watch our last game against Rawls, you can see this group transform. We've had about 5 overtime games since I've been here, and the first 4 games were us losing the game at the end of the game and people winning it. When we played Rawls, Hannah hit the game-time shot to send us to overtime, and we pulled away in overtime. It's one of the proudest moments of my coaching career. We're going to keep stacking, and we're going to keep growing, and we're going to continue to be tougher and to dig deeper, because that's what we want to be in the games that matter, and we want to win them. Thank you. Next, boys basketball. We got 822-1805. Not really, that's mine. Coach did get me that idea. It's really 822-1794. All right, so we get started with boys basketball. And we'll just have the JV kids stand up first over there. Sorry, not kids, young men. Just stand up for a second, guys. It's hard to have a basketball team and not be able to practice. So these guys, allowed us to do that. We had 9 varsity players. And, to get on the court and have a great practice, you have to have at least 10. So they gave us that ability. They finished 14-7, I believe, on the season. And just fun to be around, and they had a good season. All right. Yeah, good round of applause. All right, if you varsity boys would start walking up here. Yeah, that's you. All right, I'll start saying my thank yous while they're kind of getting where they need to be. So many people to thank when you're trying to run a program, and so now's the time to kind of pay up for that. So just really first post-ISD, this is my first year at being head basketball coach, and so a great opportunity there. So thanks post-ISD. There was a lot of families that helped us with team meals, snacks. There was a group of ladies that decorated the locker room. So just a lot of people to thank in that group. So thank all of y'all. Thank you, Bernie Rodriguez, for your snack coordinating. We really appreciated that. Roy, great job. Brought us breakfast a few times and just always positive. So thank you guys. Coach Jeffrey, you're always easy to work with, so I appreciate that. And then Miss Patterson and Miss Lamb for being road warriors and going to all the games out of town and making sure our stats were always as good as they could do them. So we'll say that. And Davi Barbosa came all the way from Brazil, right, Davi, just to be our trainer and to get us water and all kinds of fun stuff. So thank you, Davi. You're out there somewhere. All right, so now about these, what did I say, 9 boys, and get them all up here. So we got 9 boys. And really just an awesome season. And they ended a 5-year playoff drought. I think I looked back and it was 20, the last playoff team. So these guys
put together 19 wins. And that was, to me, was more significant than the playoff, ending the playoff drought. And so I kind of started looking at the history of that. And 19 wins for a post-boys basketball team was the most in the last 25 years that I could find. Could be longer than that, but that's what I could find. Give a round of applause. So obviously I'm thanking these young men for that. That's awesome. And it really is it just shows your hard work, you guys. We showed up every day and we went to work. And I hope we had a little bit of fun in the process. But the 19 wins is something I'll always remember this group for, so awesome job. All right, I'll get my awards out of the way here now. Obviously, with a season like that, you've got some awards to give. And so, here we go. All right, I've got some team awards here. The first one is going to be Luca Perez, because he was our rebounding leader and really kind of our team hustle guy. And so there you go, Luca. Alec Garcia is going to be our team defensive MVP. Draven Gonzalez, offensive MVP. Sean Ramos, team MVP. All right, and then we had some all-district awards as well. Josh Segura, honorable mention all-district. Max Cole, academic all-district. Luca Perez, all-district utility. Alec Garcia, second team all-district. Sean Ramos, first team all-district. Last but not least, Draven Gonzalez, first team all-district. All right, great job making some history, boys. We got Coach Davis. What's up? Girls track. Girls. Yes, girls track. All right. 822-1861. 822-1861. Is that you, David? Is that your ticket? All right. Hey, since Ailey's already up here, can the rest of the varsity track girls go ahead and head up here, please? Now, will the JV girls go ahead and stand up and stand for just a second, please? Any JV track runners in here? They may not be here. I just want to start off and say the varsity girls and our JV girls, along with, I'm sure Coach Pat will bring this up, the varsity boys, the JV boys, we were able to sweep our own meet this year, which was pretty special. I really enjoyed that. I think we won all but one relay between the boys and the girls. Last year, our girls finished 5th in the district, and we advanced 5 to area, competing in pole vault, 300 meter hurdles, 100 meter dash, 800, 4x2, and then we had 2 girls get to regionals. This year, we finished 4th at district. We advanced 8 girls to the area meet. They competed in the 100, the 100 meter hurdles, the 300 meter hurdles, the 800 meter run, and all 3 relays. And we had 4 girls continue on to compete in the 4x1 at regionals. Okay, we are graduating 3 outstanding ladies who have all devoted countless hours into bettering our program, and their hard work definitely showed this year. Kendall, Carmen, and Anna, we thank you for the work you put in and the role models you are for the younger athletes. We wish you all the best moving forward. We have a strong returning group. We have a strong returning group of girls, right?
And then we have some great 8th grade athletes moving up that are going to help continue to build on the success we've had this year. We'll move on to awards. She's not with us tonight, but Bree Martinez was an area qualifier. Sophia De Leon, area qualifier in the 800. Leighton Ryder, area qualifier in the 300-meter hurdles. Amos Abraham, area qualifier in the 100-meter hurdles. Carmen Mullins was an area and regional qualifier, running on 2 of our area relays, the 100-meter dash, and running on that 4x1. Harley Rivera, area qualifier and regional qualifier. 4x1. Haley Parker, area and regional qualifier. She ran on all 3 of our relays. So big shout out to her. And Adriana for area and regional qualifier. This is your 2026 Lady Loves track team. Next up,
All right, we got 8221816. All right, we're going to get started with our 2026 boys track and field team. First of all, I just want to thank my wife and my 2 boys. I think everybody knows they're here because how loud they are, but they, kind of like same with basketball and football, they travel all over to every meet, the support they give. They really don't like coming to be with dad. They like going to watch the big boys, is what they always tell me. So, my wife, Paige, she drives them all over. She just, same thing, she don't want to come see me. She wants to watch the kids. And I didn't think when we got married that she'd be my boss book one day, but here we are. So, thank you, y'all 3. Love you guys. Thanks, Coach Wright. Best AD I think I've ever worked for, just as far as giving me the support, giving our kids the support for track and field, making it a huge priority within the school, and giving us every opportunity, never saying no really to us, letting us go to any meet we want, giving us all the resources that we need to be successful. So thanks to Coach Wright. Thanks to the assistant coaches, Coach Ramos, Coach Dean, Coach Perez, Coach Wright, Coach Gray, Coach Jeffrey, and Coach Davis. We all cross-coach, meaning we all coach the boys and the girls kind of all together. So being able to work with everybody and get the workouts to where we need them and go into the meets and coordinate and all that, it's really simple, and it's a testament to those guys. Administration, I want to thank Miss Petty, Miss Jeffrey, Miss Lamb, and Miss Patterson. We go to a bunch of meets all throughout the year, and you never go to a meet where you see the superintendent working, the assistant superintendent working, middle school principal, elementary school principal, and the high school principal all working in track meets. So that's pretty rare. So thank you to you ladies for the support you give our track team and helping with the meets that we host. Concession stand workers, we were able to host 2 meets. I know one time Ms. Patterson, she did our invitational meet, put all the work together for that, and then our regional qualifier meet, Ms. Jeffrey helped with that. So that's a big deal. Thank you ladies for helping with that. Also, thanks to Roy and Christian Perez for the snacks. They gave us a whole bunch of snacks for regionals. I don't know if Laz is in on that also. No, he wasn't. So thank you for that. And also the support Roy gives us and Christian gives us to all the kids. Right now, if you were on the JV track team, please stand up. These guys finished 4th as a team. As you can see, there's not a lot of them, but they had a great year, and they all enjoyed track and field, and I think everybody in there PR'd in their event, so give them a round of applause. All right, we got 3 awards for the JV. The first award is the JV MVP. This guy that came to us kind of just dropped on our lap, and kind of thank God he did. Awesome kid, awesome athlete. He was a varsity runner for his previous schools and varsity jumper, and that takes a lot of pride to kind of come to another school and be on the JV, especially after all the success he had. And guy was our anchor on all 3 of our relays, and it was a triple jumper for us. Our JV MVP is Craig Burton. Our JV field MVP, so that's field events, that's any of our jumps or our throws. This kid kind of, man, he just kept growing and growing and growing, literally and figuratively, with his numbers, and he improved 4 feet on his triple jump. And if you don't know how good that is, I mean, that's to do that in a year. Most people that improve, they go about 2 or 3 feet, but our JV field MVP is Jax Perez. Our JV track MVP, this guy is a kid that has grown and matured, not only in the classroom and just being a part of what we do, but on the track as well. We had some tough conversations with me and him, but he finally just bought into what we were doing when he came back from Christmas, and he just started killing the weight room, and he just bought into the training and everything we were doing. So our JV track MVP is Caleb Zavala. All right, on to the varsity. When I call your name, come up and you guys can just stay up here, get your certificate from Coach Ramos and Coach Dean. This is our varsity track and field team. Jackson Jeffrey, Ryan, Olegario Gomez, Jacoby Pena, Austin Garcia, Isaiah Moreno, Alec Garcia, Landon Garcia, Josh Segura, Draven Gonzalez, Carter Petty, Sebastian Martinez, Luca Perez, Aiden Rodriguez, Mason Wright, Max Cole, Sean Ramos, Adon Gonzalez, and Raiden Osborne. All right, first team recognition we have is our 4x1 relays. 4x1 relay, these guys were 3rd district and 3rd area, PR'd in area, and I think we got 3 of the 4 coming back, and that was Raiden Osborne, Aiden Rodriguez, Alec Garcia, and Landon Garcia. Our 4x2 relay, they were 2nd in district, 3rd in area, and 7th in the region. And I think we counted up, there's like 116 teams maybe in our region, or athletes competing, and for these guys to get 7th in the region is a big deal. That was Sean Ramos, Aiden Rodriguez, Landon Garcia, and Alec Garcia, and Jacoby Pena as an alternate. Four by 4 relay was 3rd at district, 3rd at area, and 8th at regionals. When these guys, we all first got together, I think 2023, we ran a 350 or 253. 253. So at regionals this year, we ran a 228 and made it to the regional finals. So that's a 25-second increase from where we were 3 years ago. That's a testament to these guys. Took us a while to find the right mix on this team, but this relay, but these guys really bought in, and all 4 of them are coming back. And kind of the cool thing, when they came off the regional finals, they said, "Hey, coach, we're ready to take the next step and we're ready to go to state next year." So that was impressive, and that's Carter Petty, Jacoby Pena, Alec Garcia, and Aiden Rodriguez. All right, the following athletes were area qualifiers in their events. That's Jackson Jeffrey, who's an area qualifier in the discus. Olegario Gomez was an area qualifier in the shot. And Jacoby Pena was an area qualifier in the 400 meters. The following were area and regional qualifiers. Carter Petty was an area and regional qualifier, and he PR'd with a 205 in the 800 at regionals. Luca Perez was an area and regional qualifier. He finished 2nd at the area meet and PR'd with a 41.2 seconds in the 300-meter hurdles. Sean Ramos was an area qualifier and regional qualifier. He finished 2nd at the area meet He ran a 22.0. And then Max Cole was your district champion, your area champion, and a regional qualifier, and he's also the school record holder in the pole vault. Mason Wright was a district champion in both the shot and disc, the area champion in both the shot and disc, the regional champion in both the shot and disc. He's a state qualifier, was a state qualifier in the shot and the discus, and he's also at 56 feet 10 inches, I believe, right? Okay, he's a school record holder. He broke his own record this year. So that's pretty impressive to have two guys in 1 year to break the school record. So Mason Wright is a school record holder in the shot put. All right, our varsity MVP, I think every meeting we went to, this somebody came up to me, whether a coach from other team or parent, that they wish they had this guy on their team. And watching him run every race and the way he competes is impressive. You kind of just sit back and after watching, enjoy it. This guy has grown, I think, more as a track athlete, but he's also a leader. He's somebody that trains hard, and he raises the level of everybody around him. So our varsity MVP for this year is Alec Garcia. Our varsity track MVP, this is a guy that he's also grown a bunch, and he has a phenomenal work ethic, and is a guy that he puts in work with us, but on the days that we have live workouts, he drives 40 minutes up to Lubbock and trains by himself, because that's how good he wants to be. And he's an awesome kid to be around. His work ethic is second to none, and you've kind of seen it, how he's kind of transformed on the track. So our varsity track MVP is Aiden Rodriguez. Varsity field MVPs, the two guys that broke the school record. I think I can sit up here and talk about both of their accolades, but they speak for themselves. And having a school record, that probably in those two events, it's a good chance it won't be broken for a while, just about how good the numbers are. So our varsity field MVPs are Max Cole and Mason Wright. All right, lastly, these following students were academic all district. Track meets aren't just something you go to one day. Regionals, area were out for all day, regionals were out for 2 days. So these guys are able to keep up with their academics after being at track meets all days from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. So the following were academic all district. That's Olegario Gomez, Isaiah Marino, Alec Garcia, Landon Garcia, Josh Segura, Luca Perez, Aiden Rodriguez, Carter Petty, Braden Osborne, Max Cole, and Mason Wright. Again, thanks everybody for your support. This is your 2026 Boys Track and Field team. Softball is up next.
First, I would like to thank Coach Oshie for having this opportunity to coach the kids. And I would love to give a big thank you to Coach Garrison and Coach Scott for all the player development, many hours of fixing the field before games. And then to the parents, I would like to say thank you for the way you support these athletes. Through the good times and bad, you were always there watching, always cheering, and I can't express how much that means to these players. And if I could have the JV stand up. Like order field. So we only had us and Sundown with the JV team. But they showed up to every practice, and they did every drill, and they never missed anything. So I think this group is going to be a special group to watch during summer ball this summer. And Marcy, you can come up here. Varsity averaged 12 runs a game, 143 stolen bases with 93% success. Haley Parker led the team with 17 stolen bases. Sophie Scott had 16 stolen bases and struck out 24 batters. Sophia DeLeon ended the season with a stolen base percentage of 100%. Holly Joe and Amherst had the toughest job, which they led bunts with advanced runners, and they played different positions throughout the season. Bailey Perez had 3 home runs, Azure Landa had 2 home runs, and Riley Hernandez had 2. And we have Sanaa Sanchez. She had 54 at-bats with a batting average of .481, and pretty much every game she was talked about as one of the top 2 catchers in the district. Then we have Amberly Gardner. She had 71 at-bats with a batting average of .465. Carly Rivera played center field and had 16 at-bats with a batting average of .500. Serenity Sanchez had 67 at-bats with a .537 batting average. And Hannah Abraham led the team with a .655 batting average and struck out 116 batters. So on this, I mentioned all these stats for a reason. So each player had a role to play, and I felt like every game they would always run the fun. Okay, next I'm going to mention the academic all-district. Harley Rivera. Serenity Sanchez. Hannah Abraham. Next up is DeLeon and baseball.
I'd like to start off just by kind of doing like Coach Pat, and some of the coaches, just thanking everybody. So many people, start off with admin. Yeah, I've noticed the baseball field, a lot of improvements. This year they put a new backstop. I don't know what the cost of that was, but those are the things. I never asked for it. I didn't even know they were going to do it. Coach Wright came to me, said, hey, we're getting a new backstop. So things like that just shows that they care about our program and just looking out for our kids and looking out for our best interests. Ms. Patterson, as our principal, again, somebody said, you know, they never say no. They allow us to go play tournaments. We get out of school, they work with us, and those are important to building our program. Coach Wright, man, he's the what do you call it, Coach? 5 topics. I didn't know, but just looking at him and work ethic and working with people that you don't like, I have the privilege of working with some coaches that, man, we love each other. And I can't wait to get to work and sit down with these guys and just talk about our weekends and just talk. And then we go to work, and it's just awesome. So I'm glad we don't have to deal with that. Number 3, eliminating what's in it for me. To play baseball, it can't be about yourself. Play all these sports. It's got to be about the team and put the team first. Before following rules, and then the physical toughness and mental toughness. I think we all have to face that, but glad he brought that up. Coach Wright, that just shows his leadership, and appreciate having him. Coach Aguilar, Coach O's not here. These two guys, you know, they signed up for baseball not knowing all the other stuff, the field work and practicing and just all the extra stuff we got to do. Both these guys did an awesome job helping me out. Appreciate that. So guys that do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, on Wednesdays we do a scrimmage, and Colton Young, he usually umpires for us, and part of the strategy is for him to frustrate our pitchers, frustrate our batters, prepare them for umpires that aren't going to give us the call that we want. Him and Mingo and Patrick, that they umpire for us. Laz has never umped. He's raising his hand, but he's never umped. But that's a big part of our game. We always talk about umpires. We can't control the way they see a pitch. So they do an awesome job. Colton gets out of work, gets there on time, and does that for us. Now, Laz is part of the food guy, so him and Roy take care of us every Wednesday. I don't know who's a part of that. I don't know how they do it, but they feed us. And along with Mingo and Patrick, some of these other dads. Miss Murphy, Brittany Murphy, she runs the scoreboard, doesn't go unnoticed, and we appreciate that. And as far as the 14U, watching them play, Zach and Roy and Lab and some of the other coaches, that's big for building our program. And the numbers are up. We're excited about the future with that. Miss Sharon's not here. She's a big part of what we do. Lastly, my wife and my daughter, they allow me to chase jobs and chase my dreams, and they've never complained. So that's big. I got a lot of support at home. So just a lot of people to thank. Now I would like for the JV baseball players, please stand up. If you're here, Murphy, you can get up. Murphy, you part of that? The JV, we start off with 9 freshmen, and we were able to play 4 games. We won 3, and the one we lost, it was on a time limit. We were about to win. They stopped the game when we were about to score. So I felt like we got 4 wins. These guys showed up to practice. They do everything they're asked, knowing there's not a baseball game. So that's hard to do. I'd like for my varsity guys to come up there now, please. So guys, this group you've already seen up here tonight in every other sport. So they're just not baseball players. They're athletes. They compete in everything. They're competitors. One of the, I did kind of like Coach Ramos. I had to do some research. You know, I had to make these guys better than other teams in the past. So I don't know if Max Prince's right or not, but went back 20 years, 2006. In 2016, Post had 27 wins. 2017, they had 23 wins. The last 20 years, this team here is only the 13th to have more than 10 wins. They had 13 wins this year. So I did not know that. I kind of started just looking, and I was intrigued by that. So it's just something to brag, you know, because that's what tonight's about, bragging on something they've done, 13 wins. It's big. We only had 4 last year. And it just shows the improvement. I could go through every single one of these kids and brag on how they improved, not only skill-wise, but just being a good human being, a good person, and just discipline. We did win the Hamlin tournament. We played 3 tournaments and only lost 1 game in 3 tournaments. Just great things that these guys have accomplished. There are 2 teams in our district still playing. We have awards to give out, but we are not allowed to hand them out tonight until all the teams are out. New Home's still playing and Ropes is still playing. So I'm anxious to let them know what they've won this year, but per district rules, we're not doing that yet. Want to let you guys know, proud of y'all. And everything I've done, proud of this team. I feel like next year, I really feel we'll get to at least 20 wins. And these guys know, I think if I was going to say one thing they've learned, is they know they're not going to get something for nothing. Everything that we hope for and our goals, they know they have to work and there's a price to pay, and people aren't just going to give us these wins. So I want to congratulate you guys on a great year. This is the 2026 baseball game. Thank you. Dennis.
All right, 822-1895. I know. All right, let me say it again. 822-1895. 822-1745. All right, varsity tennis, come on up while we're doing this. All right, while they're coming up, this is our 4th year back from a long hiatus of not having tennis here in Post, and we are, and each year we've gotten better. From the first year not making it to regionals to last year getting a couple of teams in regionals, and this year we had most of our teams make it to regionals and advance in the first round and get to the second round of regionals. If you make it to the third, then you get to go to state. And we had our boys doubles and our girls doubles get eliminated in the regional tournament by the teams that actually went on to state and got second in state, I believe, for the girls doubles and the boys doubles. So that is an accomplishment in itself. And we're looking next year to actually get a couple of our teams to state next year to kind of come full circle. We don't have all district in tennis because it's just kind of a, you don't play like district games. You have your one meet and then you go on to regionals and then you go on to state. So it's a little harder to get there because if you lose, then you're out. Just kind of like everything else. But I just have a couple of awards to give out. This guy made it to regionals last year. This year he was a district runner-up, 2-time regional finals, and that's Nelson Esparza. These 2 guys were our guys doubles champion for district. Lost in regional 7-5 to the team that went on to state. And the first one is Sawyer Mackey. And then we have Rob Ryan. All right, this person didn't play with us this year, but she was on the team. She traveled to some tournaments with us. She had a knee injury that she suffered, but she was in there for the cold early mornings, the hot days, took pictures for us, and I thought she deserved a special award, so I gave her the Still Standing Award. We have Liz Fox, who was in singles for us this year, and Jaden Parker, who was also in singles for us this year. All right, our next group is our mixed doubles group. They had been close the previous 2 years, ended up third a couple of years ago, and came back last year and were district champions in our mixed doubles division. They happen to be related, and sisters and brothers argue like nothing on the tennis court. And so that would be Joshua Segura and Nevaeh Segura. And then our last group are our girls doubles. They are two-time regional qualifiers as well. The team that knocked them out of regionals also went to state. I believe they got third at state, the girls doubles, but that would be Sophie Scott and Riley Hernandez. The thing about this tennis group is they never want to go home. And sometimes I have to rush them off the courts. I try to play with them, but I'm always out of shape. And so if I can't beat them with one shot, they normally end up beating me. But they are a joy to have, and I look forward to us getting some people to state next year. All right, before I go, I'd like I don't see our JV kids here, but at district, they all won first or second place as well. Don, back there, I have a special award for you as well. But Dobby gets our Antelope Worldwide Award. This is our 25-26 tennis team, and next up we have golf. All right, next up is golf.
All right, can we get the golf team to come on up, boys and girls?
Yes, Jenna!
So I've got these certificates of achievement. Coach Wright's going to hand out. So I'm just going to read what they've accomplished this year, what they qualified for, and then they can go sit down, and then I'll just say a few words about the golf program. So we have Yesenia Salcedo. She was District 4-2A medalist and regional qualifier. Lisa Perez, District 4-2A member of the second place team and a regional qualifier. Daniel Garcia, District 4-2A, second place team, regional qualifier. Jack Perez, District 4-2A, second place team, and the regional qualifier. Calvin Jarrett, District 4-2A, second place team, regional qualifier. Caden Wisnot, District 4-2A medalist. Carter Brady, District 4-2A, who's a second place individual, member of the second place team, regional qualifier, who's also a state qualifier for us this year. Okay, you guys can go have a seat so I can see your face when I'm talking to you. All right, just a couple of things. Obviously, we'd like to thank our players. I'd like to thank the parents. If you haven't figured out yet, you will eventually. Golf is pretty expensive. So if you don't know, you will know shortly. I'd like to thank Coach Wright for all his support, and obviously the school and our administration for all the support they give us. So just a couple of things, a couple of highlights on this year's golf. We've had a tremendous year for our program. Coach Wright sent us a message wanting us to talk about our successes, and like he said earlier, this has been the most success across the board for athletics that we've had. And golf is exactly the same. Our girls program hasn't grown much. Obviously, you can see from Yesenia up here, but she's also a 3-time regional qualifier for us. So that's a great accomplishment. Our boys, most of them outside of Carter are brand new to the game. Thinking about Thanksgiving, they decided they all wanted to play, and so just started going over to Snyder to the course and playing. And just in that short amount of time, they've the level of improvement it's really remarkable. In just a few months, because I know we probably got some weekend warriors in here, and obviously the game is not very easy. It's a difficult game to learn and very, very frustrating. So I'm super proud of them for sticking with it. We played a really, really competitive schedule this year. The boys, I know they know it, but not everybody in here knows it. Every tournament that we played in, there were college players in the field. So there's kids that are seniors, they're going to be playing at the next level next year. There's juniors in the field that have already committed that are going to be playing. So I felt like, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so I felt like we learned a lot from playing that kind of schedule. Just talking about the improvement. Early March, we went to a regional preview and we shot 413 as a team. And so some of you may not know a whole lot about golf. That's not exceptional by any means. But 6 weeks later, we shot 360. That's 53 strokes better. And that stuff just doesn't happen overnight. So along the line of some of those courses that we played, we went out to Hobbs and played a championship course out there. They actually held some PGA events out there. We had one score in the 70s. I think we had 3 in the 90s. And so that's a lot of improvement. Earlier in the year, these guys were shooting, they probably don't want to say, but in the hundreds. And so it's good to see that kind of improvement. We went over to Sundown. Carter shot 71 there, had a 3rd place finish. The rest of the team, they played solid. At the beginning of the year, Carter and Luca, we went to Andrews. And if you know anything about golf at all, Andrews is phenomenal. Their coach is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The girls have won 22 state championships. The boys have won 18 or 20. So there are 162 kids in the field. We only took Carter and Luca. The other ones had some other commitments. And I thought we held our own. When we first got there, the look on Luca's face and the look on Roy's face, I think everybody thought, man, what did we get into? But anyway, he held his own right there. Carter had an 8th place finish there, made the all-tournament team. And so all that hard work, commitment, sacrifice, dedication, it's paid off. Because, obviously, Yesenia was a regional qualifier. Our boys were the 2nd place team, as you heard. Carter was the 2nd place individual. We moved on to regionals, and I feel like we went there and we competed and we played hard and we gave it all we had. Above anything, we had a lot of class, a lot of pride, and all of that for our school and our community. And so that was good to see. We all appreciate that. Can't fail to mention that Landon also shot an 87 on day 2 there. So that's great improvement. Yeah, you can clap for that. Maybe you call it bad coaching, but Landon was our number 5 player when we first started. So he's not anymore, for sure.
So good job on that, Nathan, for sure. So out of that, Carter was able to advance to the state golf tournament in Austin. And that's a great honor. He shot 71, that's even par on both those days. He was able to finish 6th place overall. There were 72 golfers in the field at the state tournament. He was able to get 6th, so we're extremely proud of him for those efforts. And above anything, guys and girls, obviously we're going to have everybody back, and I know that we seem to have some interest and some growth in the game, and so maybe we'll have even more out next year, and be a little more competitive and make people put up some scores if they want to be part of the team. But I want you guys to know that I'm extremely proud of you for your dedication, your commitment, your hard work this year, especially with the busy schedule in the spring. I mean, like Coach Daniel was saying, these same guys and girls, they come up here for everything. So, I mean, they're trying to do everything in the spring, and we sure appreciate that. I mean, we're driving 30 to 40 miles and doing it on Sunday and all of those things. And so, I really do appreciate that, and I want you to know. As we move into the summer, I hope you continue to play. Hope you continue to set goals, accomplish those goals. We talk about them goals all the time. Every golfer is at a different level. And so we had goals at the beginning of the year. Some of you wanted to break 100. Well, we started doing that. We eliminate the 9, eliminate the 3-putt. So continue to set those goals, right? And let's see what we can do next year when we have everybody back. Okay? And remember, summer's coming up. Be careful, be safe, make smart choices, and keep swinging. Thank you. Hey, one other thing, real quick. So, as I mentioned, Carter was able to make it to the state golf tournament. And so, he was selected as the 2026 second team all-state member. So come on down here, Carter. Come on down, I don't want to picture. This comes from the Texas Association of Golf Coaches. And the way we do that is pretty simple. The top 5 finishers are first team all-state, and 6 through 10 are second place. So congratulations.
Okay, so we are going to wrap up the night. We have 2 more athletes to recognize, and then I'm going to take a quick moment to thank some of you for all of your hard work in a little more detail. But this year we're awarding 2 Booster Club scholarships, and so I wanted to take a moment and recognize those 2 seniors that are being awarded these scholarships. The first is Harley Jo McClellan. And the second is Cody Osborne. So these 2 seniors have spent a lot of time dedicated to and pouring into our program, and our Booster Club scholarship is about so much more than just scoring the most points or running the fastest track, although these athletes certainly excelled in their fields, but they showed a commitment to the Bold Gold program, and so we're excited and grateful to be able to award these 2 athletes. There were many, many, many deserving, but we're grateful that we're able to award these 2. So congratulations, and from the Booster Club, we wish you guys all the best. Okay, so I'm going to take just a few minutes and say just a few things. I want to make sure I get all my thank yous in, and then we're going to wrap this sucker up, okay? But first of all, I want to thank Coach ISD. I know we mentioned it briefly, but this school certainly supports their athletic program. And so thank you to the admin, to the teachers, to the coaches, Gold families, thank you guys for pouring into your students and giving them the opportunity to be involved in these programs and the tools that they need to succeed. A special thank you to just a few people. Danny and Kathy Nelson, Tracy Jarrett, Mitch Hawley, Veronica Garcia. Without you guys, Booster Club didn't happen this year, so thank you. Coach Ryan Michelle. I'm not a crier. Thank you. There was a whole paragraph, but thank you. Sponsors and supporters, you guys buy banners, you buy mills, you buy t-shirts. Without you guys buying the banners, the mills, the t-shirts, the noise makers, and all the things, we cannot pour back into this program. So thank you. Thank you for writing the checks, thank you for showing up, and thank you for doing the things. You guys are evidence of what a great community this is. Post Sports Radio, you guys show up every time, and so thank you. Thank you for highlighting our students, thank you for highlighting our program, thank you for partnering with the Booster Club. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting the Booster Club, making this facility available the way that you do, helping it look its best, and giving us access to support the program with these facilities. Thank you. And then the last thing that I just want to say is, as a Gold mom of 13 years now, and I'm just wrapping it up, I want to remind you guys, a community is not one person. It's not one program. It's everybody in this room representing all of these students, representing all of these things that these students are accomplishing. As I'm wrapping up my time, I definitely want to take a minute tonight and challenge you in this room, make the most of yours. Making the most of your time as a Gold parent or supporter is not just sitting in the stand, it's not just cheering, it's not just writing that check, but it's showing up and it's serving. And it's putting this program before yourself. Whenever you pour into this program, you get so much more than just those moments to cheer your kid. You get an entire Gold family. So take the time, pour into this program, make it about more than just you and your students. Make it about all of these students. Some of you Gold students, and I'm not going to say your name, but I promise you know who you are in this room. I love you guys. I will always love you guys. My door's always open. Okay. The last thing I will say is, when much grace is given, much grace is received. So I say that because the programs may not be perfect. The award recipients may not be who you wanted them to be. The food might have tasted funky. The banner might have been hung weird. Thank you for the grace. I promise you there's been a time I've given it right back. I think that wraps it up. My last announcement is, this is my last event as the Booster Club president. As of tonight, we do not have an incoming president. If anyone in this room feels like to take on that position, I am overseeing the club through June 1st. Please get in touch with me. You want to do it? We have a volunteer, Mr. Patterson. He's like, me. No, seriously. Especially some of you that might have 7th or 8th graders coming into the program. This program needs to live on. We need to support our program. We need to support our coaches. We need to support our students. It is a labor of love. There are a few things I can promise you. I can promise you, you will become one of the most favorite names for people to use in the community. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. I can promise you, though, that there will be, what, Coach Wright, about 96-ish students in your program? There'll be about 96 students that steal your heart. There will be a group of coaches that you learn to love and respect. You learn how to sometimes bite your tongue in love and respect. They bite their tongue for me too. You learn about the early morning breakfasts. You learn about the heartache that these kids go through. It is not an unrewarding job. So if anybody in this room is interested in that role, please get with me. We need to continue this program. Other than that, we have one last gift to draw, and then we will wrap up. I do have one last favor from our Bold Gold family. If you are sitting in one of the comfy black chairs, let's see, Mr. Jeffrey, young Mr. Jeffrey, can you hold up one of those black chairs? If you're sitting in one of these, I need you to bring your chair to the west door where we're going to put them on a trailer. And if any of you feel led to join yours truly, because these hills be hilling, y'all, the feet are tired. If any of you feel led, please meet us at the high school to get these chairs put back up. And thank you to Ms. Patterson and the high school for letting us use them. Okay, I'm going to draw one last name.
Let's see who we got.
822-1747. 1747. Again? Okay, thank you guys for being here tonight and go, go,
Are you looking for a contractor who does every part of the job? Then give Carson Construction a call at 806-626-3811. Greg Carson and his crew do new construction, remodeling, demolition, and concrete work from the planning stage to the project completion. Also, if you are doing a DIY project, you can rent a roll-off dumpster. Carson drops it off and picks it up. Plan now for your next project and call the guys who build a lasting relationship with each customer. Carson Construction. Find them on Facebook or call 806-626-3811.
Post ISD is filled with passionate staff, daring students, and deep-rooted traditions of champions. Our state-of-the-art facilities provide top-tier educational opportunities, including career and technical training, advanced academics, and free college courses, creating future-ready Antelopes. Our 4-day instructional week allows our students to continually pursue excellence in our distinguished fine arts programs, exceptional athletic teams, and a multitude of other extracurricular activities. Post ISD, we are Bold Gold.
Here at the Post Area Chamber of Commerce, we are more than events. Yes, we love a good ribbon cutting or holiday market, but the Chamber's real purpose is deeper than that. We exist to advocate for local businesses, agriculture, and tourism. We connect people, promote growth, and keep Post moving forward together. That's why we're here. That's why we work.
All broadcasts in all and any media form provided by PostSportsRadio.com are the sole property of Post Sports Enterprises with the permission of the Post Independent School District. Any retransmission of any of these broadcasts, whether partial or in its entirety, for commercial or personal use without express written consent of the Post Sports Enterprises and Post ISD is strictly prohibited. Any violations of these broadcast rights will be strictly enforced and upheld as allowed by local, state, and federal statutes, ordinances, and laws. We hope you enjoyed this post-high school event exclusively on PostSportsRadio.com.